Bookkeeping might seem straightforward, but even the most seasoned professionals face challenges that can derail their success. Whether it's keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws, managing a growing client base, or ensuring accuracy in your every transaction, these challenges are part of the day-to-day reality for bookkeepers. If you do not address these challenges head-on, they will lead to mistakes, lost clients, and burnout. By learning how to overcome them, however, you can turn these challenges and obstacles into opportunities to enhance your skills, your services, and grow your businesses. Hey there, accountants and bookkeepers. I'm Ida Azefo, and this is the Bookkeeping Business Growth Podcast, the place where you'll get one actionable item each episode to help you build a soul-satisfying six-figure bookkeeping practice without burnout. I remember when I first started out my practice, everything felt overwhelming. I was juggling multiple clients, trying to stay on top of projects and deadlines, and constantly worried about making sure every single detail was accurate. There were moments when I felt like I was drowning in the workload. But through persistence, I learned the strategies that helped me grow in this business. It wasn't easy though, but those challenges taught me how to streamline my processes and build a business that works for me and not against me. Now, I want to share with you some of those strategies so that you can overcome those challenges and grow your bookkeeping business without burnout. Number one is keeping up with the tax regulations. For example, sales taxes in Canada. That's just one example. As you all know, the tax rules are constantly changing, and Canada, for example, has different tax rates from coast to coast, and that has also changed over the years. So trying to keep up with certain things like that is almost like a full-time job in itself, but unfortunately, you have to keep up to date with those things in order to be able to serve your clients better. So an easy way to take care of that would be sometimes listening to podcasts or enrolling in online courses or joining professional networks. But it's also very useful to have software that automatically updates with these regulations. For example, payroll. I've used QuickBooks for a very long time. And again, this is not a promo for QuickBooks, but it's usually my point of reference. Running payroll in QuickBooks as a tool, for example, both the online and the desktop version has the automatic updates that are done. I'm going to use this to contrast for those bookkeepers who do everything manually, because I've seen bookkeepers keep payroll on spreadsheets and I don't know how they do that. It's very easy to make mistakes. It's very easy to not keep up with certain regulations, to not remember to update certain formulas in your Excel spreadsheet, because you need to remember to manually do those. But if you have a software or a tool that automatically updates with the regulations, at least the vast majority of them, if they are updated automatically, then it's taken away already from your responsibility, or it's reducing the amount of things that you need to remember to be able to update. You just need to know that there is an update. Or sometimes you don't even know, but the software reminds you that there is an update, and then you can take care of those things on behalf of your client. Because at the end of the day, you being the person who is in charge of the numbers for your client, you have to be up to date and you have to inform them of certain things that you know would affect their business. So the first challenge is usually keeping up to date with regulations. The second challenge is managing multiple clients effectively. Handling multiple clients can become very, very quickly overwhelming. The key is to implement a solid organizational system. You can use a project management tool. There are lots of them. But you need to set clear priorities and maintain open communication with your clients in order to manage the workload effectively. I've worked in firms that used a tool called Asana. I've also worked in firms that used Monday.com. There are lots of tools that can be used. There are some that are specifically made for accounting firms. I think there is Carbon and there's a couple of other ones, but you don't necessarily need to go all out and buy the biggest software or tool or client management thing out there. You need to find what works for you, for your level of business. In my case, for example, I use a tool called Airtable, and there you're able to create your own databases. It's called a base, and I'm not even going to go into the details of how that works, but there are lots of videos on YouTube. But you can create something that works for you in order to help you manage your multiple clients and the workload and manage the priorities and all of that, and be able to communicate clearly with your clients. The third challenge for a lot of bookkeepers is ensuring data accuracy. This is non-negotiable in bookkeeping. But as you know, human error is inevitable, right? But as a bookkeeper, you got to do your utmost best to make sure that there is complete accuracy in your client's book to the best of your ability. In order to minimize mistakes, you got to develop a routine for double checking your work. You got to use automated tools where possible and always keep your software up to date. There's nothing as annoying as looking at a client's books and seeing that the previous bookkeeper or the previous accountant made a mess of the books. It is disheartening, but it happens a lot of the times. And for you guys, my audience, I want you to be able to be the top-notch people in your field. Accuracy is a non-negotiable, and that has to be your pride and joy in doing your work. If you're finding any of these challenges familiar and want personalized guidance to overcome them, I invite you into my mentorship program, Growth Hub for Bookkeepers. In Growth Hub, we dive into strategies to help you not only manage, but to actually master the challenges and set you up for long-term success so you can grow your bookkeeping business without the burnout. Now let's dive into challenge number 4, which is staying organized in a paperless world. In the previous episode, I talked about embracing a virtual model. I have used both the in-person model and the virtual model. And right now I kind of still use a hybrid of it because some of my clients just want it that way, and it actually is something that works with me. So there are some clients I still get to meet one-on-one on a weekly basis, and that is it's more of a VIP thing. And there are other vast majority of my clients are virtual. So the reason I bring this in is because as we embrace the virtual model for bookkeeping and accounting services, like I said, staying organized has become even more crucial in the business. So you need to adopt a digital filing system. You need to back up your data regularly, and you need to use cloud-based solutions. Ideally, that way both yourself and your client are able to access the information, because your clients, you want to organize them in such a way that they send their data or they send their files to a particular location and you get it from there and you all have access to the same location. So you got to figure out what works for you and your clients, and you have to create a system that helps you both to stay organized. And that is a challenge for a lot of bookkeepers. So it's something that is very crucial for you to be able to do. And the next thing, the 5th point, which is in my mind is probably one of the most important, is how to deal with your difficult clients. Handling difficult clients. It can be the toughest part of the job. From the very beginning, you got to set clear boundaries. You got to communicate expectations clearly, and don't be afraid to have an honest conversation when an issue arises. Remember, not every client is meant for your business. When you can identify that and when you can accept that, that is the beginning of wisdom for you. Not every client is meant for your business. If you look at it, if you actually take the time to review your books, you're going to see that the vast majority of your revenues comes from probably about 20 to 30% of your clients. They bring in the vast majority of your revenues, if your pricing is done right anyway. So it's a matter of looking through and seeing who are the clients I really enjoy working with, who are the clients I least enjoy working with. And you will find a pattern between your clients, and you will identify the people who are really the difficult clients and the people who are the easygoing clients. You want to work with people that you enjoy working with. And so once you can identify that not everybody is a fit for your business, and you are willing to let go of those clients that are not a fit for your business, you will solve your problem of handling difficult clients because you will not even have them. And this is not to say you're not going to have challenges. Challenges are going to come. There are always going to be challenges. But the more you get better at dealing with them, the more you improve your relationships with your clients, and the more you improve your business services and your business as a whole. And that also grows. Like I said, at the end of the day, every single bookkeeper faces challenges, but how you respond to them is what is going to set you apart. By tackling them head on, you will improve your services, build a stronger communication with your client, and build a more resilient business. If you're ready to continue exploring this journey, I want you to check out this next video right here, where I dive into how to select a niche for your bookkeeping business. Enjoy!